Every new scenario brings new type of policies in Call of Dragons. We are currently in the newest scenario, which is called the Dragon Siege, and as always, Dragon Siege brought us new kinds of policies which are really important to discuss because people still think that the policies are not that important, but I must say that policies are one of the most important feature of Call of Dragons if you love to fight, because without policies it would be impossible for you to get enough hospital production, elixir production, or even legion capacity. And that's why in this game we have some early game policies, we have mid game policies, and of course we have late game policies which are really important to understand. Some of them are not so important to unlock and level up because they are mainly for the late game, and some of them are particularly great for the melee players such as cavalry and infantry, and some of the policies are especially good for the ranged players such as mages and archers. So today I'm gonna walk you through regarding the policies, the new policies of the Dragon Siege. We have some new faces here and we're gonna discuss all of them. So first of all, let's start speaking about early game policies, right? In order for you to have a good and strong start, you have to know which policies to unlock. So first of all, I'm really glad that in early game we don't have choices, right? We can unlock and increase levels to the most important policies for the early game, such as Chain Command, which is SP recovery speed, and Spread the Word, which is prestige gain. These two are connected. Try to make it level 8 straight up and then start moving in terms of military expansion, one of the most important policies throughout the game. Military expansion on level 10 will give you 10% legion capacity, which basically will increase your troop count on your march. And here we also have the newest policy for the new feature of Call of Dragons for the Dragon Siege, that's Thunder Drake, right? Incredible Journey will give you additional 5 travel attempts per day, which is really crucial because those attempts are used for you to actually get the new skills for the Thunder Drake, which is really good. Medical supplies, which is normal, daily elixir production, and medical recruitment, that's daily resource healing. After that, we have a choice, right? You either gonna go for opportunist or you either gonna go for easy does it, right? Opportunist is the policy for the farmer killing, and I don't like to kill farmers anymore because it doesn't really give you any merits. That's why easy does it. You're gonna get 20% gathering speed, but 50% more resources upon entering city. So 20% gathering speed will be reduced, but at the same time, when you're gonna enter your city, you will have 50% more resources. Resource healing, here we got level 10 and maximum will be 10%. That's basically more for the late game, I would say, because at the start of the KVK, I don't know what should happen in order for you to start using your resources in terms of healing. That's why just get level 8 and start progressing through more and more. Right here we also have administrative excellence. Actually this Warped warrant capacity increase policies costs a lot, like 200k prestige is quite a lot for the early game. That's why at first I would like to unlock more important policies for the fighting rather than the pet capacity increases. That's why I don't even have it right here, right? So finally we went to one of the most important policies which we have added, and it's the first time in Call of Dragons history where we have a policy for the particular legendary hero, right? Wings Unbound is a newest policy which is exclusive for the Dragon Siege and Season of Stripe 7. Allows legendary hero Seluna's skills, Moon's Edge, Sentinel Breaker, and All is One to take effect in PvP required flying legions. Basically, this is the policy for legendary Seluna. It will increase your basically everything for the Seluna, right? So who should actually unlock this policy? If you have awakened Seluna, or at least like 5551, or like at least like 15 skill levels on Seluna, then I think you are going to unlock this policy, right? If you don't have legendary Seluna and you are still using epic one, I would say just skip it, because 300k prestige requirement is a lot, right? Plus, for the early game, even if you have legendary Seluna Awakened, just keep it for some time. Maybe unlock it on the Zone 1, Zone 2, when actual PvP gameplay starts, besides statue fights, right? So, Wings Unbound, more for the players who have Awakened Seluna. If you don't have, just skip it, because you're just gonna waste your 300k prestige. That's basically for the early game policies, and slowly we are moving towards the mid game. And on the mid game, now we have some new ones. For example, another feature for the Dragon Siege is the Citadel gameplay, and these 4 policies are particularly only available for the Citadel. So, ready to strike, ranged legions on Citadel walls have 10% chance to gain 50 rage when launching a normal attack. And the second one, increase march speed of legions in Citadel. This is the choice. Basically, if you are a ranged player, you are going for the ready to strike. If you are cavalry or infantry, you are going for the rapid response. Here, another choice one, single-minded. Legion takes less range damage when attacking Citadel buildings, and the second one is increases counter-attack damage dealt to ranged legions on Citadel walls when taking damage from them. Same goes here. If you are a ranged player, you are going for single-minded. If you are a melee player, you are going for measure for measure. Now, the old policies for the mid-game: counter infantry, counter cavalry, counter marksman, and counter magic. Since I'm archer main in Call of Dragons, I play only archers in open field PvP. Of course, I went for counter infantry, just increasing damage dealt to infantry players, and since my number one base target is mage, of course I want to deal even more damage to the mages. But you can easily go for counter marksman, because marksman versus marksman usually happens in open field, because we have same amount of range as the marksman players. After that, I'm really glad that we have a Wellspring of Vigor, which will give us 50 stamina limit bonus. 50 is good, which means we will be able to use our heroes more frequently than before. And of course, if you are making a decision, you are going for medical supplies or Wellspring of Vigor, I would say always go for the Wellspring of Vigor, because without this policy, you will not have enough stamina to actually have fun in Call of Dragons for a couple of hours. So, my decision was simple here. Wellspring of Vigor is really important for PvP gameplay. The next one, the Joyful Surprises, is the new policy for the Thunder Drake feature. Increase the chance that Thunder Drake will obtain rare items in Fantastic Adventures. Rare items are the skills, the talent skills, the marksman, mage, infantry, cavalry skills, and also some fruits, right? So making this 5 level will give you more fruits and more important skills for your Drake, so really important to make it level 5 even at the start of the KVK, right? Here we have Undying Army and Thundering Stampede. This one is for infantry, this one is for cavalry. If you are infantry player, you are going for Undying Army. If you are cavalry player, you are going for Thundering Stampede. Unfortunately, here we have only melee player choices and the said part for the ranged. Next one, which is Buried Bones, not that important to make it level 15, just make it level 10 and just progress next. Buying for the Blood. Baying for the Blood is the old policy already, just cost prestige for next 30 minutes, the SP cost of, basically for tier 4 players, more important to get more Darkling hits and Darkling forts, right? Make a way for some players, really important policy to hop outside of your city and deal damage, not for me. I might upgrade it at the end of the policy section. Here we are finally starting to get some more elixir production. Apothecary upgrade is the elixir capacity limit. I always go for healthcare reforms, elixir production speed in terms of percentage. I like it because generally when I'm fighting, I'm always online and it's much easier. I always go for percentages. Medical administration and medical progress. I went for daily resource healing yet again in percentages. And the next one is one of the most important policies, which is military expansion 2. Make it maximum level, because this is the second and the last Legion capacity limit increase policy. Really important. This should be ready when actual open field PvP starts for your KvK. Administrative excellence, yet again, you should skip it because it costs a lot of prestige. At first, make more important policies unlocked and max level, and then go back and unlock the pet warrant capacity increases. And yeah, next one we have governance titles, right? Governance titles. First one is healthcare benevolence, 50 million shaman heart capacity limit, daily elixir production 50k, 50% elixir capacity limit, minus 5% resource healing cost, and prestige gained 10%. Healthcare reprieve will give us 25 million limit, 1 million daily resource healing limit, 20k daily elixir production, minus 10% resource healing cost, and what's the most important, elixir capacity limit 100%. The last one is diligence, and for the diligence we have 20 million limit, 5 million resource healing limit, minus 20% resource healing cost, and 50% stamina limit bonus. I went for reprieve. I believe reprieve is most medium in terms of fighting. Well, if you are for sure know that you're gonna resource heal your troops a lot, then you are going for diligence, right? If you are not sure that you are not going to resource heal a lot and you will be online a lot with your daily elixir production and production healing, like free healing, then you are going for reprieve. I generally like to go for reprieve because I'm used to it, but choice is yours. Here it's either diligence or reprieve, but since I'm used to reprieve, I went for the reprieve. So yeah, I just like this 100% capacity limit. I just love it. But at the same time, I understand that 50% stamina limit bonus and minus 20% resource healing is quite good to have, right? Right here, we are starting to go to the late game policies. More important, well, late game, not like you will unlock in late game, but legendary policies. Let's say like this, right? Light the beacon, old policy already. Rally army damage, maximum level 10%. Captain of the guard, garrison legions damage increase, 10% will be maximum level. I would not say go for it maximum level if you are not rally or garrison leader for your alliance. If you are just like me, make it 10 level and it will be enough. Next, we have daily elixir production or healthcare reforms, elixir production speed. As I said, I always like to have percentage increases for my elixir production. That's why I went for healthcare reforms, and I'm going to max it out as soon as possible. Here we have daily resource healing, and daily resource healing in terms of percentage. Whenever I will be able to choose, I will always go for the medical seminaries. I will repeat, percentages is always better. The next one, not a new one, last KvK was the first time we had Oath of the Glory. This is the policy. When you unlock, you are getting some dead troops, but at the same time you are getting some amazing buffs, right? The Legion deals 7% more counter-attack damage, 7% more skill damage, and gains 2% HP bonus. When both sides in battle have this policy enabled, 2% of both sides severely wounded units will die instantly, instead of going to Osiri. I would say if you are archer player and archer main just like me, I would never use this policy because all these skills, all these buffs, which I just mentioned, is not good for the archers. Only like 2% HP bonus is like perfect buff, but other than that, skill damage is great for the mages and the cavalry. Counter-attack damage is great for infantry. If they had something like normal attack damage increase, I would say nice, but we don't even have that. So, great for all the troop types in the game, but not for the archer gameplay. The last policies which we have here is the private practice. I love this policy, especially because at the last zone we have a lot of prestige left and the policy section is basically completed. You are going to spend your policies and buy like 10 prestige equals 1 elixir. What can be better, right? We will also get some elixir for the prestige, and we will continue fighting in open field. So really good policy for all kinds of players, which I believe that's how the policy should be, right? Palliative care, if you are having Oath of the Glory, palliative care will be nice. Gain 1 elixir for every one of your level 4 units that die. If you are tier 4 player, you might have fun with it, but if you are full tier 5, I'm not really sure how you are going to use this policy, right? So if I'm gonna compare private practice to palliative care, private practice is like 100 times better than palliative care. So basically, these are the policies for the Dragon Siege. We have some new policies such as Incredible Journey, Wings Unbound, the Joyful Surprises, and also I think this Undialing Army and Thundering Stampede, how they are presented, it's a kind of new thing, right? Other than that, I'm really glad that we have one policy section for hospital, second and third, which means if you are a fighter, you are going to get a lot of free elixir production for your city. So I hope you will use these small tips in terms of policies and you will start your KVK strong. As always, if you liked the video, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody an amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye bye and good luck.